Yes, good day, class. We are meeting today, Maths Lit Grade 10, Paper 1 November exam. So basically, we are just going to be working out on specific questions that we are working on here now, which I'm sure that you're gonna use them as mock exam. You can also use that as scope for your exam in November. It is also an exam guideline or an exam checklist just for you to say when you revise, you are knowing very well how the paper can look like. So we are gonna work out on these papers on these questions that are here. And please note that whenever you are writing exam, you always know that there are instructions that you need to follow the questions and for the question paper as a whole. So without wasting any time, I just want to work out this. I've been working it already. So we want to work it together as a class. Question one is given here that we have got a family that is planning for a holiday trip that is going to a holiday, a resort in December. We are given a table that shows their budget presented to the father, the date here. So, so we are saying that's the budget class that is here. So what you need to understand is that we are working our questions based on this budget that is posted on the board here. Uh, so now the first question is saying define the term budget. Budget is a summary of expected income and expenditure for a specific period of time. That is normally a month, or it can be for a year, it can be for whatever given period of time where money is expected to come in, and then now it is saved for that purpose, and then the expected expenses are also outlined in order to ensure that what is expected to be spent on can be fulfilled. So it actually identifies income and expenditure for a specific period of time. That is a budget. And then the question next is saying, write down the amount of the amount of the total expenditure in words. So I was saying that the amount of expenditure is given. We are given that the expenditure, which is for this a family is given 21,000. It is given that the expenditure is what 21,350. So we are only supposed to write the 21,350 in words. That's what he's saying. 21,350 is what we are just writing. So that is what is given in this on question 2.1 to 1.2. 21,350 range is what is expected of you as the right answer. And then name one item that is an occasional expenditure. So I was saying an occasional expenditure is usually is not always it is an expenditure that comes on specific occasions. Like we are saying during Christmas times, it's an occasional expenditure because we only do that expenditure in December. So what is expected or what is given on our budget here as an occasional expenditure is Christmas gifts. Christmas gifts is identified as an occasional expenditure in this case. So that is why you see that I've said that occasional expenditure is what Christmas gifts, which is given there. And then number 4 is saying determine the mom's monthly salary if she works for 8 hours per day. If mom works for 8 hours a day, determine the mom's salary. Determine the mom's what salary if she works for 8 hours a day. So what is happening here is that we are just basically given that on the budget which is given here, it is given the income of mom and dad. So mom's income is given that half a day is close to 4 hours per day. Half a day is close to 4 hours a day. That is why you see this NB that I've given here or that I've marked. So the mom is going to work for 8 hours. So it is 4 hours times 2, which is for 4 hours, she's working for 550, 5,500. But if she's going to work for 8 hours, it means it's a times 2 or it's a double of 4 hours. That is why you see I'm saying that Mom's hours is cost 4 hours equals to 5,500. And then if she's going to work for 8 hours, therefore it's a times two of what is times two of is two times what times 4 hours, which is now given that 5,500 times two is equals to 5,500. We are saying 5,500 plus 5,500, which is the same as 5,500 times 2. Therefore, we can get what? 11,000, which is given that the mom's salary for 8 hours, she's going to get 11,000 rands is what she can get there. So we want to go to the next question, which is saying write down the name of the most expensive expenditure. The most expensive expenditure, which is on the budget, it is rent payments. We can identify that. We can go on the expenditure uh, of this family expenditure list. We can identify that the most expensive one is 5,500. 5,500 is the highest price that is given here. 5,500 is the highest price. So it's a matter of identifying the one that is expensive, which has got the highest price, which is 5.5. So we are saying that the most expensive expenditure is what is rent payments. It is rent payments, which is given there, and then determine the minimum value in rents in the expenditure column. So number 1.6, the minimum value in rents on the expenditure column is 850 rand, which is given there. We go on the column again, we see the lowest. So when you check, the lowest is also given there, which is what I'm saying. The lowest is also given, which is 850. 850, as you look on the column, expenses column, we are saying 850 is the lowest, which you can see here is the lowest. So we are just identifying and putting the information on your answer book. We're saying the lowest is what the minimum is the lowest, which is 850 rand. In rands is 850, which we have given there. And then during the planning phase of the holiday, the family came across a document with questions which they had to complete. In this document, a travel agent wanted to determine certain likes and dislikes of clients when traveling. So name the type of data collecting instrument described above. So if you look at this, we are saying that when we look in data collection, a questionnaire is used as a data collection with questions that are either open-ended or closed questions. So when we have that, it is defined as a questionnaire. It is a data collection tool which has got questions that are specifically designed to gather information on a specific item for a specific thing. So it's a questionnaire. We have got question two. Question two is saying Jessica's date. Bernard showed his bank statement for October for a Annexure A. Annexure A also show an extract of his bank charges structure. All bank charges will be debited at the end of the month. That is it. So this is our Annexure A here. To answer questions that follow. So Bernard's date showed his bank statement for October 2024, and he also gave here an extract of his bank charges structure. All bank charges will be debited at the end of the month. So this is Mr. Bernard's bank statement for October 2024. That is the bank statement. Current account is given that the bank account holder or account name is Mr. B Junkies, and the account number is that one given there, and we are given the branch, which is branch in Orkney, which is 17 whatsoever given there, frequency monthly, and then the statement period October 1st to December 31. I mean October 1st to October 31st. So we are given that the opening balance is 14,680, which is given there. And then we are given also all the interest on credit balance. We are given all these other things that are given here. And then bank charges, which is given as 557.50 cents. And then we are also given salary FET deposit 28,000, which is given there. And then closing balance not given. So now, this is the extract from the bank transaction fee structure, bank type, the stop order, internal, external, and all these cash withdrawal that are given here. So this is what is given on our extract from the bank transaction fee structure. So we want to answer questions that are coming now. Write down the branch number as indicated on the statement. The branch number as indicated on the statement, we are just going to go on the statement, and the branch number is here. Here is the branch. The branch is given like that. We are given the branch. Branch is given. The number is what? 179464, which is the one that is given there. The branch number is 1794 62, 179462 is the branch number. That is what is given on the statement. We just look for it and we write down the branch number as it is given there. And then we're saying, and one other thing that I want you to note is that the question wants you to write the branch number, not the branch name. Maybe we can gonna say, if they say branch name, we're going to say Orkney is the branch name, but the branch number is this one, is digit, is numerical. That is one thing that you need to take care of. The branch number is numerical, which is given there. And then calculate the balance on 2nd of October 2024. On the 2nd of October 2024, we have to calculate the balance on the 2nd of October 2024. We go on the statement, the balance on the 2nd. Here is the 2nd. So we are saying the balance on the 2nd is, we want to work on this one. So what we need to understand is that we have got our opening balance, which is 14,600. We have got 14,680. That is given in that case. And then we must add the interest, which is interest on credit balance. This is the interest on credit balance plus the 57 rand is given there. And then we must also add, it is saying plus stop order insurance, plus 2,000, plus 2,700, because on the 2nd of October, we have got also that plus 2,700. We are adding all this. We are adding that, and then when we add, we are adding all this. We are adding that. So when we add this one, we add, and then of course, obviously we are saying, don't forget that we are saying first items. This is an expense. So we are saying 14,680 plus 57 minus 27,000 plus minus 2,700. That's what you should see. We are saying you add this, 14,000 is the opening balance, is our opening balance there. And then 57 rand is an interest. 57 is an interest, which is also an addition. And we are saying it's an addition, which is an income, which is an interest there. But now 2,700 is an expense because it's a debit order which Mr. is supposed to pay. So 2,700, you subtract it after adding this, and then you less 2,700. When you do that, you'll find out that you will find out that your answer, we put it through a calculator, you will find out that this answer is going to give you 12,000, is 12,037. It's going to give you 12,037. So what we are saying is that when you go to the question, the balance on the second is, like I'm saying, is 14,680 plus 57, plus 57 minus 2,700. And then what you get is that we get 12,037 rand is our what is our balance on the 2nd of October. And then calculate the total amount spent by paying with debit order for total amount. Calculate total. We are saying this is the sum spent by paying with debit card for October 2024, 2.13. So we have to look on items that are paid through debit card, and then we identify those, we add the total of those monies. So we are saying is what was paying with a debit card, we have got Pick and Pay debit purchase, which is 1. So we have got 940. And then what else was paid with a debit card? We have got also Checkers debit payment, which is also Checkers debit card payment, 1,660 plus 1,660. And then when we add that, do we have any other debit card payment? Those are the two payments that we have. So what is happening is we are adding Checkers plus Pick and Pay payments. It is Checkers. This is Pick and Pay plus Checkers. Those are where we did the debit card payments. So therefore we have got so what we are saying is we have got 940 plus 1,660, which when you add them together, you can get an amount of 2,600. You have an amount of 2,600. That is what you can get when you add these figures. And then the next question is saying calculate the bank charges as a percentage of the salary. The bank charges as the percentage of the salary. We have to go to the statement again. Bank charges. Our bank charges is equals to 577, and then the salary which we are supposed to calculate here, the bank charges is the percentage of the salary. Our salary is given that salary which is given here, and salary FET deposit which is 28,000. That is what we are given there. So we are saying we need to calculate a percentage of this one. So in order for us to do that, we are just simply saying the bank charges is 507. The bank charges is 577.50 is close to 500. You just need to say 577.50 over 28,000 multiplied by 100. We are saying as a percentage, that's what is happening here. 577.50 as a percentage of 28,000. So the bank charges as a percentage of the salary, we can calculate that. Just put it through the calculator. We are putting it through the calculator. If you can calculate that, 577 divided, 0.50, divided by 28,000. Multiplied by 100. That is close to 2.1%. 2.062, which is close to, we can just 2.1% is the percentage of the bank charges of the total salary. 2.1%. 2.1%. And then by using the debit entries only, calculate the probability to randomly select a debit amount less than 2.5. So debit entries, we are supposed to identify debit entries, and then we calculate giving our answer as a decimal fraction, or as a decimal number. So what we need to understand here is that we need to go and find out the number of debit entries, and then we identify how many of them have got, which we can find, which are less than 2,500. That's what the question wants us to do. So when we go to the debit entries, our debit entries, you must find out to say how many debit entries do we have, debit entries that we have, and then how many of them have got have got an amount of less than 2.5. So when you look at this, the number of entries which we are saying debit entries, calculate the probability of debit amount, debit entries only, that we are saying that the probability of them, calculate the probability to randomly select a debit amount less than 2.5, give your answer as a decimal fraction. So what we are saying is that when we look at the debit entries, we are supposed to identify that debit entries, we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 debit entries. We have got 8 debit entries. Total of them, total entries is 80. And then how many of them have got less than 2.5 entries that are less than 2.5 stock order internal we see 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. We are saying 4 out of 4.5. Out of 80, out of 8 entries, 4 have got what? Have got less than 2.5. So we are saying total entries is close to 80, and then number less than 2.5 is equals to 4. So the probability therefore probability is equals to 4 over 80, but it's saying give your answer as a decimal fraction, which is called 0.5. I'm sure you know that 4 over 8 is what? It's half. Half is 0.5. 4 over 8 is what? Is half, which is 0.5. That is what is supposed to be understood in this case. total entries is 8 over less the number of, number less than 2.5, we've got 4. So probability is close to 4 over 8 times, 4 over 80, which is 0.5. 2.16, Bernard claims that his bank charge on the cash withdrawal will be less than 20 rand. Verify or verify show or working calculations if his statement is valid. For 2.6, we are saying that Bernard claimed that his bank charge on the cash withdrawal will be less than 20 rand. Verify that. So we can go on the statement. On the statement, bank charges, on bank charges, we should look at that, and then we need to identify that we are given that the cash withdrawal, or the charges that are given the cash withdrawal, which is on bank branch, which is let's talk about in his bank is what, 3.5, 3 rand 50 plus we are saying 3 rand 50 plus 1 rand 50 per 100 rand, or a part of per 100 rand. So what we are saying is that the bank charges that we are calculating based on this. We are calculating based on this. So now what is happening is that we need to calculate to say, in this case, Bernard's charges is 3 rand 50. We are given here only bank charges. It is given here that 3 rand 50. 3 rand 50 is his charges plus what is plus what, plus 1 rand 50 plus 1 rand 50 plus 1 rand 50. The 1 rand 50, we are saying multiply by the withdraw, multiply by cash withdrawal. We are given that Bernard cash withdrawal is given as 1,300. Cash withdrawal is given as 1,300, which is given there. So we are saying 3 rand 50 plus 3 rand 50 plus 1 rand 50 times every money that is there times what? Times 1,300 that he took out over 100. Over 100. So when we calculate this, what we are saying is that 1,300 is the amount of money that from the statement we can see that he withdrew 1,300, and the charges is that given there 3 rand 50 plus 1 rand 50 per every 100 rand, or a part of. So now that is what is given there. So we calculate that, and then when we calculate that, we can be able to find out that this can give us to say 3 rand 50 plus when we calculate this through our calculator, it gives us 19 rand 50. And then this can give us, this is equals to, when we calculate that, it's going to give us 23 rand. It can give us 23 rand. So now the question is saying, can the statement be valid or what? So the charges that Bernard is incurring on his withdrawal is 23 rand. But according to his statement, he said he can have according to his statement, we are saying according to his statement that is wrong, because we said 3 rand, 3 rand 50, 3 rand 50 plus 1 rand 50, which we said times 150, which we said times what? times 150, which we say 150 times 1,300 per every 100 rand. And then we get that it's gonna give us 3 rand plus 19 rand 50, which is going to give us 23 rand. So according to that, his statement is not valid. Bernard's statement, the statement is invalid. Why? We are saying because the charges amount to 23 rand. 23 rand, which is more than what he have said. So the statement is invalid here. Now he said 20 rand, but we are finding out that the charges are more than 20 rand, which is 23 rand more than which is more than the 20 rand he claimed to incur. He actually has he incurs 23 rand, which is more than the 20 rand which he claims to be incurring. So the statement is invalid. That is what we should understand in this respect. And then Jessica is planning to save 2,000 for 18 months. Jessica is planning to save 2,000 for 18 months at a simple interest rate of 7%, 7.5% per year. Calculate the amount that she will receive at the end of 18 months period. So this is also another simple question in terms of mathematical calculations. So what we need to understand is that we have got first year, we have that she is going to save. This is equals to 2,000. She's going to have 2,000. We multiply by the what? By the rate that she's saving at 7.5%. Multiply by 7.5%. Multiply by 7.5%. That will give us, this is close to, how much is it? 150. It will give us 150. And then, this is, we are saying she's saving for 18 months. 18 months is one year and a half. So for a year, she can save 150. And then what we need to do is that what about the half year? Half is equals to, we have got 2,000. We have our 2,000 multiplied by 7.5, multiplied by 7.5, multiplied by 0.5, because we are saying she's saving for what? For half a year, 6 months. And then that is gonna give us, this is supposed to give us what? 75. This is gonna give us 75 rand. So the interest, therefore, interest that she's going to have is therefore is close to 150 plus 75, which is going to give us, which is close to give us 225. We're gonna have 225. So is the interest that she will have 225. So total amount therefore total amount is equals to, the total amount therefore is equals to 225 plus what? Plus 2000. That is equals to 2000 plus 225. That is going to give us, which is going to give us what? 2,225. 2,225. So what we are supposed to understand is that the total money that she's going to, that she will earn at the end of the period is 2,225. She's gonna give us, we're gonna find out that she'll earn 2,225. This is how we calculated it. First year is 2,000 multiplied by 7.5, and then it gives us what? It gives us 150, and then at half a year, when we come to half a year, we also find out that we multiply 2,000 times 7.5 multiplied by 0.5, we get what? We get 75. We get 75. And then interest, therefore, is that one plus that one is the sum of this, which gives us 225. So the total is what she has first plus the interest accumulated. That will give us 2,250. 2,225. I'm sure that we can see. And then the price of fishing gear is 2,400. The price of fishing gear is 2,400 exclusive VAT. It means without VAT, with no VAT. VAT excluded is what? 2,400. It is exempted. It is expected that the fishing gear will increase by 10% this coming December. John wishes to buy the fishing gear in December after his savings pay out of 3,000. The savings pay out of 3,000. He claims that he will have enough money to buy this fishing gear with his savings amount. And then verify this. This is more or less similar to the calculation that we just did now, to say that this is more or less the same. So we are saying you need to calculate these amounts we can say VAT included. We must calculate with VAT included, because when you buy something, it always has VAT. So 2.3, we say that VAT included, value added tax included, value added tax included. This is going to give us that, to say that we can have 2,400. 2,400. Our value added tax is 115%. Value added tax, which is 115%, we say multiply by 115%. Multiply by 115%. So as you do that, it can give us an increase, or it can give us this is equals to, I want you to understand, to say this can also be multiplied as, to say 115 over 100 is the same as percent. 115 over 100 is percent. So what we are saying is that you need to know that it will give you 2,000. It gives you 2,760. It gives you 2,760. So price increase. This is the total price including VAT, to say that is the price that we can have. Price with VAT, value added tax, it's gonna give us this 2,760. So now VAT included. So price increase now. So we are saying this is price, our price increase is equals to, we have got that price increase of saying it is 2,760 multiplied by 110%, the price increase. So when the price increases by 110%, we calculate that it can give us, how much is this? We can give us 3,036. 3,036 is what we can get there. 3,036. 3,036 is what is the price increase. So it is expected that the fishing gear will increase. And then if it increases by 110%, it increases by 110%. So therefore, what we get is that we are going to have to find out that uh, the claim the claim which is giving is also, because here now he thinks that he's gonna buy it at 300, but now when the price increases, it increases to what? This will give us 3,036, which is more than 3,000. So his claim is not valid as well. The claim is invalid. The claim is invalid because the price that he's expecting is 3,000. But if we can find out that, and again, don't forget that when you are buying items, you cannot buy this without value added tax. This gear, it has got value added tax. So you must ensure that value added tax is inclusive to the price of the item. So we have to put the value added tax, which give us 2,760. So we must have that the price increase of 2,760 multiplied by the percentage increase that is given, that is 110%. So therefore we can get out that this can give us 3,036 and is more than 3,000. Hence he is not going to be able to buy. He's not going to be able to buy the gear because the 3,000 will be less. Actual price of gear is equals to 3,036, more than 3,000, which he has said he can get. Yes, the statement is invalid. We are given Mr. Bernard planned to buy a new car. He is uncertain about the color, the model of the car. He decided to do some research before making a decision. He came across the following chart that showed the different color cars sold in the previous month. So cars sold during a specific month, we have got 3% on other beige, 2.4%, silver 15%, 6% black, blue 9%, red is not given, is not known how much percentage not known, and therefore the white 80. So before we go anywhere, we are saying we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our total percentages here, it must be saying we must add all these. We add all the colors of the cars, and then we need to know what is the percentage of red. So red is equals to 100% minus all other colors provided, minus all colors present. So that is equals to say 100% minus 36 plus what plus what plus. We get what? We get the total from 100%, we get the percentage of red. percentage of rate, we can get it there. So without wasting time, let's calculate what is asked in first. So name the type of the chart that is shown. This chart that we are given here, it is a pie chart class. This is a pie chart. A pie chart is a complete revolution which shows it can be in degrees or it can be percentages in terms of proportionate contribution or variables that are given there. So this is a pie chart. This is a pie chart that is given there, and then state whether the above data is categorical or numerical. When we look at the data that is given here, is it categorical or it is numerical? We need to identify that is the data. When we look at the data that is given here, we are saying when we look at the data that is given here, is it categorical or it is numerical? As you can see that there are categories that are there to say beige, silver, black, blue, red, white. So it is classified data. So it is categories. It's given by categories. It's given by classes. So it's categorical. We are given percentages of each category. There are percentages given per category, which is the to say 80% what is what percent. So calculate the percentage of red cars, which I just already given you that the percentage of red cars is equals to 100% minus all percentages of colors present, all percentages of colors present, so or given. So what we have is that this is equals to, when we look at it, we are going to add all the percentages that are given there. We add 35%, 9%, 6%, 15%, 3%. We add all of them is equals to 35 plus 9, we said plus 9, plus 6, plus 24, plus 24, plus 3. This is 35, then 35, 35. These are percentages in any case. So when we add them, we can add this, add all of them, 100% minus, add this plus that, we get 92%, 100 plus 92%. This gonna give us 8% red. 8% red cars. 8% red cars is what is there. 100 minus 92, we get 8%. That is what is there. And then during this specific month, 350 cars were sold. Calculate the number of beige cars sold. During this specific month, 350 cars were sold. Calculate the number of beige cars that were there. So we have to look at the pie chart. We are given that 350 were sold and calculate the number of beige cars that were sold. So we are to look at that 350 350 350 we multiply by the number of beige 350 multiply by the percentage of beige cars. The beige cars is given that we are given that the beige cars is 24%. So 350 multiplied by 24%, multiply by 24%, that is out of 24, 24 out of 100. So what we are basically saying is 300 cars were sold, but out of the 300 cars, 24% were beige. So we want to calculate what is 24% of 350. So you calculate that by multiplying by 350. So you get out that we can get how many 84 cars, 84 beige cars were sold. When 84 beige cars were what? Were sold. That is how we do it, because the total number of cars sold were 350, but anyway, 24% of them were beige. So we want the 24% of 350, which can give us that is 84. Is 84 that we can get there. And then Mr. Bernard claims that Mr. Bernard claims that a white car doesn't attract debt easily. Give another valid reason why a white car might be a better option to buy. The white car doesn't attract debt easily. Give another reason why a white car is a better option to buy. Normally, one major reason is that white cars are basically cheaper than any other colors. White cars are naturally cheaper than other cars. White cars are cheaper than other colors. We can also say that is very visible on the road. White is very visible on the road. It's visible on road anytime, especially we say during the night in the dark, we can say that it's very visible, is visible on the road, is quite visible on the road. So we can say that that can also be the reason why we can talk about buying a white car being better. White paint color is easy to replace if the car has got dents. It can be easily replaceable. It's not difficult to work with white cars in terms of having problems. That is one other advantage that we can give that is other reason that we can give in that respect. Uh, let's look in question next. Mr. Bernard came across the different length of cars in South Africa in different lengths. The different length in meters are as follows. Is given that these are the length of cars that are there. So use the given information above to answer the question that follow. What is given here is that these are the length of cars in meters. These are the lengths of cars that are given in meters. So the first question is saying, calculate the mean length of the given data in the set. The mean, obviously, when we say mean, is the total of the data set divided by the total number that is there. So the total number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 divided times 2. Total is equals to total number of the cars. Total number of the cars is 12. Number of cars is equals to 12. And then another question is saying the sum of this, the sum is equals to we add all this data set, we add all this information. When we add it, we are just saying 4.1 plus 4.3 plus 5.8 plus 4.1 plus 2.9 plus 5.1 plus 3.6 plus 2.5 plus 4.7 plus 4.7 plus 4.4 plus 4.2 plus 5.0. So we want the total now, the sum of this. We add that all. When we add all of it, it can give us, the total is going to be 50.7. So calculate the mean length of the given data set. So this is equals to 50.7 divided by what? Divided by 12. 50.7 divided by 12. We can get that this gonna give us 4.2.2, which we can give to say that can be that we can round off to 4.23, normal to two significant figures, 4.23, which can also be rounded off to 4 anyway, if maybe you want to give it as a whole number. But we have got decimal places there, which can be 4.2. According to our data here, it's given as what? We are given in one decimal place, which is 4.2 centimeters. 4.2, is it 4.2 meters? 4.2 meters. 4.2 meters is what is given here. And then the next question, calculate the median of the data. Calculate the median of the data. The median is actually the median value. So what we can do is we actually need to arrange the data and put it in its order, all of it. We put the data we say the median, this is the median, is the median value. That is the median. The median is the median value. That is equals to, we can give our data set in all of it. And then we identify the median number there. We have got 2.5. We have 2.9. We have got 3.6. We have got 4.4, 4.1, 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4, 4.7, 5.0, 5.1, 5.8. So what we are saying is that we are supposed to look at these figures, all of them, and then we identify the middle number. Which one is the middle set of numbers? The middle number, which one is it? So I can calculate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Our numbers are 12. We have got 12 measurements that are given there. We have got 12 measurements that are given. So now we are saying the middle value. If we look at the middle value, we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the middle value is the number, is the set of numbers which is given as to say 6 and 7 are a set, 6 and 7 are the middle figures. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. So 6 and 7 are the middle numbers here, is the middle set of figures. So this is equals to 4.2 plus 4.3 over 2, because there are two. We don't have a specific set that is middle there. So when we divide that, we can get that will give us equals to 4.2, 4.2.5, which is equals to 4.3 meters, or 4.3 meters is the median that is supposed to be calculated there. That's how we calculate the median class. We just put our figures in that order, and then we are saying we find the one that is central in terms of the set of values that is there. Uh, let's just quickly go to question 4. Question 4, it wants us to say Mr. Bernard compared the water tariffs of his own town to that of Mhlosana. Mhlosana, he got the following water tariffs for that place for the month of 2023-2024 year. And then we are given those figures to say that this is given as to say 0 kiloliters to 6 kiloliters, whatever given there, and the prices are given, and therefore we use the information to calculate whatever is calculated. So the first question is saying the amount in table 1 above included VAT. What is the current VAT in South Africa? What is the current VAT in South Africa? Our VAT in South Africa, I remember, you know that South Africa VAT is what? It's at 15%. 15% is South African VAT. And then value added tax. I'm sure that I've been talking about this value added tax is what we call value added tax. And then the next question is saying the tariffs increased from day to day. Calculate the previous tariffs for the same kiloliters for this 0 kiloliters in the category of that one. So what is happening here? The tariffs increased from 2022, 2023 to 2023 with 6%. Calculate the previous tariffs of this one. Calculate the previous tariffs in category of that one. So what we need to look at is that 2022, 2023, which is given here. So what we need to do is that 27 rand, 0 kiloliters, there is 27 rand 80 is what is given there. And then we must calculate that 27 rand 80 this is equals to 27.80 multiplied by we are saying that multiplied by 100 and because it increased by 6%, which is 106%. So now we are saying the price increased, or it increased with 6%, which is given here. From 100%, it increased to 6%, which is 106. So we are given that 0 kiloliters here to 6 kiloliters is what? Is 27.27 rand 80. So when we calculate that, we can calculate and find out that this can be 27 rand 80 multiplied by, we are saying 100 over 106, which is equals to, we put that through the calculator, it can give us 20, 26 rand 23. Listen, class, what we are saying is that the price that we are having, we are saying in terms of this, the 27 rand 80, we are saying it increased with a 6% from what is there. So we are saying that when we give it that through, you need to understand that the previous tariffs for the same kiloliters in 2022-2023, we calculated that in that this is the current one. This is the current one. 2023-2024 is what we have now, but the previous one is the one that is there. So it has increased by 6%. So we can calculate it by having that multiplied by 100 over 106, and then we get 26.23%. In other ways, we can also calculate this. We can also be able to calculate this by having the 28 rand, 27 rand 80. We can divide it by our 1.6 over 1.06, which can still give us 26.23. We are given that one again. So we are given that Mr. Bernard claims that 18 kiloliters of water will cost more than 550 rand. 2023, verify this. If this can also be right. So we can calculate that also. We can calculate that to say that the Mr. Bernard claims that the 6 kiloliters, 0 to 6 kiloliters, we can say 0 to 6, 0 to 6 is equals to 6 kiloliters. This is equal to 6. Obviously, we are saying the maximum is 6 liters, and then 6 kiloliters, and then 6 to 18 is equals to 12 kiloliters. Is equals to 12 kiloliters. So now what we need to do is that we want to calculate to say that the question is saying 18 kiloliters of water will cost more than 550 rand for 2023-2024. So now 6 kiloliters in 2024, let's just say, according to the data that we have here, 6 kiloliters, it is going to be 27. 6 kiloliters is this one, which is 27 rand 80. So we are saying 6 multiplied by 27 rand 80. That's gonna give us, how much? 166. 0.80. And then in terms of 12, the 12 that we are saying 18 liters is 6 plus 18 liters is 6 plus what? Plus 12. So now what is happening is that 6 to 18 liters is under the category of 6 to 18, which we are saying that we can say it is equals to, this is equals to 6 to 18. 6 to 18 is 34 rand, 34 rand, 6 rand, 34.6 rand. So 6 to 18 is equals to, we can have that is equals to 12 multiplied by 12 multiplied by 34 rand, 34 rand, 34.6 rand, 12 multiplied by 34.6, which is equals to, when we multiply that, it's gonna give us 12 multiplied by 34 rand 6 cents is equals to 480.72. That's what we can have. And then we need to have the total now to say the total of this. We must have to say 166 plus 480. This is equals to, we are saying 166 is for 0 to 6 liters. 166.80, 166.80 plus 166 plus 408.72 plus 480.72. When we add that, if we add that, it can give us it gives us 575.52. So this person is saying Mr. Bernard claims that 18 liters of water will cost more than 550. It can cost more than 550. What we are seeing is that it can cost more than 550. So now, according to the answer that we get, we are finding out that this is 572 rand 50. So in more than 500 for 2023, 2024. So it is correct. Statement is correct. The statement is correct, class, because I'm saying we are given that claim that 18 liters of water will cost more than 550. But when we calculate that, we are getting 572 rand 52 cents. So now it is correct that the statement is correct, because when we calculate that, we are saying you need to categorize this. You need to make sure that you see to say you are breaking down. You are breaking down the tariffs that are given here, that are 0 to 18 liters. 18 liters falls into this category. 0 to 6 liters first, we have got what? 27 rand, which is 6 liters that we have. It's supposed to give us 666 rand 80 cents. And then we have got 6 to 18, which we are saying 6 to 18. I mean, 6 to 18, that is what? That is 12 liters. 6 liters plus 8, we are saying 6 liters is what we have to say. 6 liters is between 0 to 18 liters. What we are saying 6 liters is equals to in the category of 0 to 6. And then for us to have 18, we are short 12 liters. 12 liters is in the category of 6 to what? Is in the category, is also in the category of 6 to 18 liters, which is 6 to 20 liters, which is in the category of 34 rand what? 34 rand, 6 to 18, 6 to 18, 6 to 18, which we can see there. So now what is happening is that we are basically calculating to say 0 to 60 according to the 2023-2024 tariffs is 6 multiplied by 24.8, which gives us this amount, which gives us the 166.80 that we get there. And then we are saying the 12 liters, which we are saying this 12 liters is in the category of 6 to 18, which is here 6 to 20 liters, which is multiplied by 34 rand. We are saying 34 rand, 34.6 rand, this one is multiplied by 12, which is for us to get 18 liters. And then we get what? We get the 408. So the total amount is that we are going to add, we are going to say this one plus that. When we add these two, we are going to add that, and that it gives us that amount, which is 572 rand, which is 575, 575 point what? 0.52 cents. And for sure, it is more than what? Than 500 rand, which is claimed there. It is more than 500 rand, which is claimed. So the statement is correct. Correct because the statement says it's more than 550, which is correct. Over a year's time, Bernard kept a record of his family's water usage. He drew a bar graph and recorded the results that are shown there. The water usage is rounded each month to the nearest whole number. Usage in kiloliters that is given there. And then we are given months 1 to 12. We are given the months 1 to 12, which are given here to say that month 1 is 16 kiloliter up to the last number, which is month 12, which is having 18 kiloliters, which is given on the last month there. The first month is 16. We have got 14. We have got 19. We have got 17. We have got 19. We have got 17 again, and then we have got 22. We have got 15. We have got 20. This is 17. This is 19. And the other last one is 16. So these are the liters, the kiloliters that are given. So the question is saying, determine the probability of randomly selecting a month with a water usage of less than 12 liters, 12 kiloliters. The probability of selecting a month with water usage less than 12 kiloliters. So we have got 12 months. We have got 12 months, and then the probability that is there for us to have water usage, probability of selecting a month with water usage of less than 12 kiloliters. Do we have any month? We don't have anything. Our lowest figure is 14. We have 14, so we don't have anything less than 12 liters here. So the probability of selecting a month that is water usage of 12 kiloliters, it is actually zero. It is actually zero, which we are saying 0 over what? Over 12, which actually gives us what? 0 is equals to 0, because we don't have any month that we have got any water usage that is less than 12 liters. And then list all values for water usage over 12 months from the graph, and then determine the mode data set. So from the list data, the list values of water usage for the 12 month, this is what I've been just showing to say that we are just listing all these numbers, all of them as they are like that. We are giving all those numbers as they are. So we are going to list them as they are. Like I'm saying, it is equals to 16 is 14 is 19, 17, 19, 17 is 19, is 17, is 19, and then we have got 17, 19, 17, 22, 15, 20, 17, 17, 19, 18. So we are saying, we are listing those numbers. So what is happening is the question is saying, determine the mode which has got the one with the highest frequency. So if we can list them nicely, we can find there's 16 1. Do we have another 16 again? I don't see 14. I only see 1. So there's 1 here. There's 1 there. 19, we have got 19 here, 19 there. 19 there. We have got 19 is 3 times 17. I have got 17 here. I have 17 there. I have 17 there. So we have got 17 is 3. 22. 22. We have only 22 is 1. 15. 15 is also, we also have 1. 20, obviously, they are all 1 again. So what we are saying is the model class is the one with the highest frequency. Highest frequency is the model class, which we can find out that it's given that it can be, this can be 17 or it can be 19, as you can see from the data set that we have here. It can be 17 or it can be 19. So what we are saying is we are only identifying the numbers as in terms of which one has got the highest number of appearances, highest frequency, or highest, we are talking of highest appearances. That is what we are, that's how we get the what is equals to model class, which will give us that number. So thank you very much, class, for your time. I hope that you will enjoy and you have enough reference for your discussion and revision. Thank you so much for your time. Keep on following. Don't get tired. Keep connected. More is coming. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Until we meet again, don't forget to subscribe, follow, and also share our channel. Have a beautiful stay. All the best in the upcoming exams. Thank you.